It's all part of the plan and you know it.
Hello everybody, welcome back. I am Aladino, so there's always a plan B. And together with my wife Maya,
I'm just so thrilled to have some paint on the boat.
we are refitting a Cape George Cutter 36. What seemed like a huge job was actually quite manageable so far.
I mean, when you're just sanding and mixing epoxy for over a year, it's pretty rough.
Last week we painted the head and the V-berth, and we also started building some cabinetry or partitions into the galley. This week we'll continue with some work in the galley, but we'll also focus on getting the exterior waterproof.
It's falling into nothing at all. Nothing at all.
One of the goals for this project is to make the boat waterproof and rot-proof far into the future. Wherever there is hardware, wherever there is screws or holes in the boat, that's where water could come in, and all those little leaks could cause rot. So we're trying as well as we can to prevent that from happening. So in most places so far, we have over-drilled the holes wherever there is a through bolt, and then we fill them up with epoxy, so when we actually put in the through bolt, no end grain of the plywood is affected. Another thing I do is glassing over perimeters of openings, and the use of epoxy also goes a long way in being a far superior waterproofing material compared to polyester resin. So the process to fiberglassing the perimeters of the portholes is quite a lengthy one. First, I took the router to remove some material to allow for the glass, because right now the openings are pretty exact for the portholes themselves. Yeah, I made the opening slightly bigger. Then whenever you want to add glass, you have to round over corners, which was tricky. And then I wetted everything out with penetrating epoxy to have it soak into the end grain of the solid cabin sides. After which I put some thickened epoxy into all the old screw holes, and then I was ready to apply the glass. So of course this is all more work now, but hopefully it pays off. I'm always trying to make things last 50 years or more, where some jobs can be approached with the question, well, does it have to last over 20 years? But yes, I do want to lower the maintenance I will have to do in the future. So the benefits of this job will be less maintenance in the future, but also in case the maintenance gets neglected, then it means a leak into the boat instead of into the wooden cabin sides, which would start the process of them rotting. So basically it's more work now, but we're future-proofing the boat.
Today is the first somewhat warm day of the year. I mean, it's not tropical, it's 60 degrees Fahrenheit, but it feels really good. It feels like we're coming out of winter, things are looking up. And today, instead of spending all day in the workshop, we're gonna go on a little road trip to go and pick up our chart table. Some of you may remember that we brought our chart table up to our friend Ken, who agreed to put drawers into it. And he has now done that, so we get to go see his gorgeous work. We'll stop off at a fiberglass supply store on the way to get some more fiberglass and just enjoy the first warm day of the year. Yay!
Now, going quite a while back, we have dug out our old ice box, and we want to convert that into storage space. Now, drawers are a really handy way to add to some storage, especially in the galley, just to have cooking utensils. So that was an early idea that we would like some drawers. And Ken offered to help, and he has the skills to do something like that very quickly and very well.
All right, are you ready?
Ready?
All right.
Show me a way out, give me your side of the story.
First up, fiberglass store.
Itching for fun is their slogan. Yay! More of that! Composite solutions for innovative craftsmen.
Had to come up with something, and I guess they liked it enough. Yeah, you're all paid.
All right. The fiberglass is ordered. We're gonna come back and pick it up. We're gonna go to Ken's now in the interim.
My heart with both of your hands. I've been spending all my
We are here.
just trying to find a way.
Whoa!
And there's your cutout.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful.
You have to lift them to pull
Oh
them
yeah,
up.
true. Nice.
So since there was so much teak, I made the wedges out of teak.
Oh, okay. Cool. Wow.
So-
Look at that. So nice. And then Deanie will install the drawer fronts when we're back at the workshop.
and they're right here.
Wow.
So I didn't shorten them because you had them like they're only going to cover this way 1/4 of an inch.
Okay.
But
Perfect.
they're tall enough. You just put them just barely over this.
Yeah.
And then up, and they'll be
Nice.
fine.
Yeah, we'll do that at the very end, maybe after varnishing.
Yeah, that's why it's like I don't put them on it. Usually I don't like putting them on until the cabinet's installed,
Okay. Yeah.
especially one like this.
Ken is an excellent cabinet maker and also boat builder. He has worked in the aluminum boat industry for many years, but there really isn't anything that he can't do.
He did what worked.
Oh, totally.
This is the real test. Is it gonna fit? Do you need my help? Shall I put down the camera?
It's okay.
Okay.
I don't think it will here because of this. Nope, not this way.
All right, we are dismantling the drawers to see if we can fit it in somehow.
We need a new car.
No.
Oh, I want a truck.
N-
Big
no,
truck.
we're not getting a truck.
We're in America. The big truck.
Maybe if you get a driver's license, you could get a truck. How about that?
All right, no truck. I want a Cessna.
Oh my gosh. Cessna, they call it over here.
Oh, yeah.
So that opens that. It's not really much worse.
Something underneath it here.
All right, this is somewhat sketchy, but hopefully not too sketchy. Oh boy, this brings me right back to Europe. This is not American style. This is very much European style, where you've got your small car and you're trying to move your furniture in it.
Usually you just put it on the bicycle.
You put, yeah, exactly.
Balancing it on the seat.
Oh,
Okay, well, it's not going to go anywhere. That is actually quite secure.
Wake me up when this is all over. And take my heart with both of your hands. I've been spending all my days just trying.
Wow, this fits too. This is really turning into a Mazda commercial.
You see, you don't need a truck.
This is all over. It's been a long time coming, but it feels all the same anyway. You'll be in my mind at any given part of the day.
Our project is pretty challenging. Mostly it's because of the time frame. The time frame really puts pressure on us, and we have to get things done which definitely make things less enjoyable. Otherwise we could take more time to do more fun things, which is especially hard for Maya, who is not the boat builder in the first place and has neglected her passions in order to do this together with me, which I very much appreciate. But we're certainly looking forward to a better balanced lifestyle again.
Love will carry all our days till we find another way. No one ever said it'd be easy. Love will carry all our days till we find another way. No one ever said it'd be easy.
Watching the water run past, be it on a sailboat or be it on top of a bridge, is always a nice, relaxing moment.
All right, we're back at the boatyard and we're gonna have to try to fit this chest of drawers, or the chart table, whatever you want to call it, back through the companionway hatch. And we have a feeling it might not work. We're hoping, but we might have to do some disassembly. So let's see. I actually think it's possible this is gonna work, Mother.
I don't think so.
I think it might.
Well, let's try and disassemble more later if needed. The corner you're holding, that one needs to go in first.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Let go?
Yeah. Ken added a few necessary supports to our chart table, but it meant that it made it a little trickier to get this whole contraption through the companionway. I tried different sides and angles. I seem patient, but sometimes I also do grab the oscillating multi-tool or a saw a little too quickly. I was ready to cut it apart, but Maya persevered and we got it in place. And what about in through there?
Oh. Aha! It's in.
How'd you do that?
There we go.
Wow. We couldn't see it from in here. Wow.
Nice.
We got it.
We got it. All right, so it's in. But a question, wouldn't it make sense to paint before we install this? It's going to be really hard otherwise.
No, I would tap it in first.
At least paint the bulkhead.
Yeah, the bulkhead, that's a fair point. But the rest I think I would do later.
Okay, but we should paint the bulkhead, so maybe just scooch this back a little bit and I can do that today. We can get that moving.
It's really cold, but yeah.
It's a warmer day. It's cold in the shed today. We'll turn the heater on. I think it'll be all right.
Sure.
All right, so let's turn the heater on and I'll get ready to paint.
So the town's full of magic ghosts and talk. The places of every mistake that I ever did make, but I don't wanna know and I don't wanna ask, and so I do neither. We gather the grass you've sown. Oh, the stuff fitting down in my socks. You start kicking my shins, then we glow.
And we also decided to actually paint all the bulkheads if we're gearing up for that anyway. So getting the area dust free and warmed up, so it made sense to do them all.
It's sort of
Hi, Aladino. How does it look?
It looks awesome.
How many coats are we doing on it, and what is your plans for next step, Aladino?
First coat is on. It's looking great.
Yeah.
We only got one drip overall, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yay.
Definitely doing second coat just in a moment here. And third coat is decided after the second, depending on how the second covered and how it looks, and on the finish, then maybe that's it.
When the light found me, torn from underneath, that's the thing we need everyone to be relied on. When the light found me, torn from underneath, that's the thing we need everyone to be relied on. When the light found me, torn from underneath, that's the thing we need everyone to be relied on. To be relied on. To be relied on.
Huh. Did you leave the door open?
I don't think so. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Strange. Oh, and the light is on too. Somebody here?
Hello? Hello?
Something on here.
Hi? Is someone here? Hello? Do you see someone?
No.
Hello? Is somebody there?
What's going on?
What is
Finishing the
happening?
job in here.
Wow.
Is that
you guys
Matt
missed
and
the
Yanni
spot.
of Project Duracell?
That looks amazing.
Well, the paint job looks excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks to you guys.
Yeah. Thanks to me.
No
I
problem.
agree.
Well, we wanted to give a hand, and it's no big deal, really. We're glad we could help.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Well, in all seriousness, it is a joy to have you guys here. So thanks for stopping by.
Your boat looks beautiful. Yep.
Thank you. It's
Done
starting
some amazing work so far.
to look better.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Maya, would you like me to also paint the floor, perhaps?
That would be great, Yanni. Yeah, let's just go with an all white theme.
That's what I was thinking. I thought you might like that too.
Yeah. I really think that wooden beams are very overrated.
Yeah, we just.
Cover that up.
You need to get one of these hoodies. It was really fun to see Matt and Yanni, and in case it wasn't totally clear, this was planned and prepared. It was fun filming the scene, and I'm looking forward to seeing them again. You might already know them from the Duracell project. That's their own YouTube channel where they are refitting an Imoca 60. After a nice visit from our friends and the paint has dried, we get ready to install the chart table. Alright, so after some trial and error, I have pre-drilled all the holes and determined what screws go where. So now I'm gonna apply some structural bonding Sikaflex along with the screws.
Ah, here it comes again, another trapdoor. I've been here before, but it shakes me again. My first reaction is to get pissed, yeah, to resist, like I could change what is.
So tired of taking the more I take, the more I need. Ooh, it's got me thinking there's freedom in what makes me bleed.
I think it's about time to wrap up this episode, and yeah, it's been a good one. I feel like a lot has gotten done. The portholes are a really big thing, and I know that was a bit of an annoying fiddly job, but you did, of course, an amazing job on them. So thanks, Deanie. Yeah, so it's bright, it's beautiful. I am so happy about the Epiphanius satin finish paint. The chart table, I'm so happy about this. And I was thinking this is like a really good example. Well, maybe not a good example yet, because of course it's going to become a lot prettier than its current iteration, but it's a really good example of just the amount of support that we've received to make this project happen. Ken, who built the drawers, and Brock, who donated the teak that we're using for the beautiful teak faces, which are going to get varnished and everything. I know we haven't shown them super properly, but I think because they're not connected to the drawers yet and they're not varnished yet, so for added effect, I think it'll be good when it's all done. The drawers themselves are built out of Akume plywood that we got from Eden Saw, thanks to a really kind gift card donation from our patron Greg. So it's like all these people have helped to make this, and I know it doesn't look super impressive yet, but it's going to have a beautiful wooden top, and the drawers are really high quality and really smooth when you pull them out, and super ingenious the way that they lock in place so that they don't open up when we're sailing. So yeah, I'm happy about this. Quarter berth is slowly starting to come together. We actually don't have a mattress for the quarter berth, so we have to get a custom mattress made somehow. That's a later problem. Galley is happening. The stove template is in place, and actually tomorrow our new stove should be delivered, so we're gonna show you guys that in the next episode, hopefully, if the delivery comes when it says it will. And I'm so, yeah, you've heard me say it, I'll say it again. I'm so pleased about the paint. It looks great, and just imagine when this is all done. It's gonna be so good when this teak is varnished, and oh, it's gonna be beautiful. And then of course, I'm also in a good mood because our friends Matt and Yanni came by. I love seeing those guys. It's just so nice to be able to talk to people doing the same thing as us and commiserate with them and scheme with them and dream with them, and it's super lovely. When we came back to the boat and I was, really unsure if this had been a good idea, I made that episode where I really showed some of the struggles and some of the, challenges that a project like this will bring. I was really, really overwhelmed and surprised by the huge quantity of really, really good comments I got from people, really kind, empathetic comments from people who understood and had been through this same thing before. People who had done massive home renovations, massive boat renovations, just any massive project that takes years, where there reaches a point where you're so far from that excitement of the beginning, and you're also really far from the reward of approaching the end. And everything around you looks like a mess, and you're not really enjoying the process, and you're not feeling terribly optimistic about the end, and you're wondering if you've made a huge mistake. And I don't know, for some reason I thought I was unique in that, but it turns out I'm really not. So I really appreciated that feedback and hearing how common of an experience it was. But the other thing that all those commenters said is that there will come a time when you start to look around and it starts to seem like this is going to come together, and this is going to work out, and this is going to be worth it. And I feel like we're slowly reaching that stage, or at least I am. I'm slowly reaching that stage. This boat will be a home, and it will be cozy and beautiful and safe and strong, and it will take us on these beautiful adventures. A huge thank you, everyone, for being here. We could not do this without you, and having you guys along for the refit has both pushed us to do better and inspired us to keep going and supported us to be able to keep going, so thank you. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave us a thumbs up and a comment, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and if you really enjoy the Magic Carpet story and you'd like more from us, we post a real-time weekly vlog on Patreon every week. Basically, every Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on how the week's going, we create a small sort of informal conversation, walkthrough of the boat, talking about our decisions, what we've achieved that week, what we hope to achieve, asking for feedback if we're like sort of in a big dilemma. And it's a really nice way to connect more closely with the people who follow us there. So if that is at all interesting to you, it is also the thing that keeps this project alive. So for as little as $2 a month, it's fully customizable at checkout. You can become a part of that, and really, we thank you. Yeah, that's Patreon. And what else? Extra big thank you to the folks whose names are now appearing on screen for always going the extra mile to make sure Magic Carpet keeps being produced. We'll see you all next Friday.
Things have held up pretty nicely over the past 45 years that this boat has been on duty.
Excuse me?
Oh, what?
Seriously?
Some
You
things.
call this having held up well? We've rebuilt this whole
Okay.
boat.
I don't know what to say to this question. Can you repeat it?
Is all this additional work worth it? Can you talk about the long-term benefits?